Okay, I'm back, and today we're going to be making a sweet potato cheese pie. Okay, and I already done cooked some sweet potatoes already. Okay, and I put my stuff in one set of it, and that's this right here that's gonna go on top because I want it to taste like sweet potatoes. And I fixed that yesterday, and I fixed it in the refrigerator. Now, I'm going to show you just what I have here. So, in this sweet potato cheesecake that I have, cheese pie that I have me some sweet potatoes. I have 3 more sweet potatoes to add to that because I didn't make enough. So, I'm going to cut these sweet potatoes up, and I'm going to cook them. Okay? And my whipped cream. Let me tell you something. If you're going to get, okay, do we have ounces here? Yes, we do. 8 ounces. Net weight, 8 ounces. This is a small one, so it's going to take this whole thing right here. When you're making this here, you make it half this and the other half sweet potatoes. Okay, at the top. All right? And what I have to go in, and we're going to use lemon zest. I'm going to do these sweet potatoes, and I'm going to put my flavor into it when it's hot. Okay, I want to do everything when it's hot. Okay, I'm going to tell you how we're going to do this here. We're going to do, because all I have is these 3 left, but all together I had four sweet potatoes, 5. I had 5 sweet potatoes already I fixed, and I smashed them up. But when they was hot, I put me a tablespoon of nutmeg. I put a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I put a 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. I put a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract. And I put a 1/2 of a teaspoon I put a teaspoon of vanilla extract, okay? And with this right here, we're going to do the one that has, how many servings on it do I want on this? Let me see here. Serving. 6.5 servings. I think this one says 4.5 cups. 4.5 servings. So we're going to use the one that says 4.5 in the sweet potatoes. Okay? And this is the instant vanilla pudding. This is the one that you want, the instant vanilla pudding. That's the one you're going to use. I think this is the one. No, I'm not. Take it back. I'm going to use the 6.5 cups serving of this pudding, instant vanilla pudding. Not the cooked one, but the instant one. We're going to use the one that has 6.5 servings. Okay? That's the one we're going to put into the pudding, into the sweet potatoes. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead on, and I'm going to cut my sweet potatoes up like this. We're going to do them like this. I'm going to show you how we're going to do them because we're going to cook these here first. Okay? So when you get them cut like this here, take them, cut them into 4. Just cut them into 4 like this. These are smalls because all I needed was a little bit more sweet potatoes. So we just take them, cut them into 4. This is still a lot here. Take this here. We're gonna go ahead on and I won't do my cool with you. Oh yeah, we're gonna take 1 cup of milk while the sweet potatoes are cooking because I want this milk ice cold. So this milk is gonna get ice up around here. Okay, so this is going to be 1 cup of milk. I think that's what this calls for right here, because I think that's all I'm gonna use is just 1 cup of milk. Let me read this here in the back. See what it called? 1 cup. I think all I'm gonna use is 1 cup of milk with that sweet potatoes over there. I think I'm gonna use is just 1 cup of this. And I think all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do the 4. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do the 4 cup serving because the 4 cups. Okay, so the potatoes are finished. And I put me about a half a stick of butter in here. Just enough to where it's gonna melt my potatoes. I'm gonna put my lemon zest in here. Simple reason because I want to make sure that it has that lemony flavor to it. That taste when you're eating sweet potato casserole or something like that. We want this here to be like a sweet potato casserole without the eggs and stuff in it. This is a tablespoon of sugar right here. This is 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. This right here, it was supposed to be some vanilla extract, but it canceled out on that and it's evaporating up. So I'm gonna put me a tablespoon of vanilla extract, okay, and that's going in there because we want to do everything while it's still hot. This is nutmeg, and this is about a tablespoon of nutmeg. This is about a tablespoon of cinnamon. This is about 1/4 of a spoon of allspice. Now I have some lemon juice in. I hope it ain't evaporated already. Oh, it done evaporate already. You know, this stuff evaporates, y'all. I just want y'all to know this here. It evaporates. I'm gonna put me about a half a teaspoon of lemon juice. Okay? Just a half a teaspoon of lemon juice because I have me some lemon zest in there. And you do everything when it's hot because you don't want it to. You want everything to be able to just be finished. And that's it. And then you set it aside and let it cool off. Just like if you take a pumpkin out of a can. This is the same way. But only thing is, with the sweet potatoes, we're going in there and doing a little bit more to it. All right? That's all we're going to do. Just do a little bit more to it. And I'm going to add it to the sweet potatoes over there. But first, I want this here to set, get at room temperature, let all the seasonings and everything go through it. Then I'm going to add it to my other sweet potatoes and things because I basically, that's it. The flavor's there. The butter is melting. You can taste the flavor in it. And things, and when you taste this here and you get it all smashed up, make sure ain't no water left in there, okay? Because it's not supposed to have water in there. This is going to be just like the sweet potato, just like the pumpkin that come out the can. The only thing is that we adding all this seasoning to it so it can be just like a sweet potato casserole. That's how it's going to be. Just like, and if you're diabetic and you want to do this here, do it with Splinter. Do it with the Splinter brown sugar. And the Splinter white sugar. Do it with that. Do it with your Splinter. Okay, if you want it like that. Do it with that. So you can make what you want to make. And they have diet graham crackers. Get you some diet graham crackers. And then take those diet graham crackers. Crush them up. Crush them up really, really good. Get you some melted butter. Put on top of it and make your own crust and pat it into this here. Bring it up and make your own crust. That's how you do it. Make your own crust. That's all you have to do. Make your own graham cracker crust with Splinter. Whatever you do, do it with Splinters. Get you the diet one, and then you can have your good old sweet potato pie or whatever. They have diet stuff. Take that stuff and use your head. And do it that way, okay? Now this right here, that's it. That's the bomb. That's the bomb. Okay, I'll be back when it's your room temperature. Okay, I have everything right here. I have the pie crust, the graham cracker pie crust. This is a large one, okay? This one right here is large. And I have this here sitting here. Now, I have my milk. You can see my milk have ice in it, okay? So this is how you want it. You want it with a little ice and stuff in it. Simple reason because when you do that pudding, you want it to be right. Okay, so I ended up bought the one I bought the French vanilla. It's good too. And this is the 4.5 cups serving. So we're gonna put that in there. Okay. Then we're going to do the just jello that the cream cheese. The cheese is at room temperature. Okay. So this cheese right here is at room temperature. All right. So we have that. Now we're gonna take this whole tub of whipped cream. The whole tub of whipped cream is 8 ounces. 8 ounces. Net 8 ounces. Okay, so we're gonna use all of this. Make sure I get it all. Shoot. Things cost too much money out here these days and time. And if you have too much, oh well, you just have too much. It's okay. I'd rather have too much than not have none at all. And it's only going halfway in there, and then the other half is going to be mixed with our sweet potatoes. Okay, so we're going to mix all this here up together really good. And what this does, that pudding, that instant pudding with that cold milk, it gets thicker. And it makes does its own thing. So we're going to mix this here on up here. So that's what we're doing now, is mixing this up. So it can already be good and mixed up. The cheese and everything is already mixed up in here. So we're getting all of that cheese and all up in here. Mix it all up together. Okay. And it's getting there too. Looks good. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put us a little twist in here. I like twist. I don't know how many people like twist, but I love me some twist up in things when I'm doing it and stuff. Okay, got that all mixed up in there. Let me see how that tastes. That's good. So what I'm gonna do, thinking about it, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna take me a little cinnamon and a little nutmeg. Okay? A little cinnamon, a little nutmeg. I'm gonna put me about, let's make it about a half a teaspoon. That's not a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're just gonna give it a little twist. Just give it a little twist up in there. Just so it can have that little flavor. Everything go through it. You know I have to smell. Smells good. Yeah. Just mix that on up in there like that. Mix it up in there really good, okay? You know, you gotta smell things. Make sure it's good. Make sure it's gonna come out good. We're gonna mix that on up in there. You ought to see how this, y'all should just, it just come out so pretty. Look at it. It just, look at it. Look like a cake mix, don't it? Okay, so this right here is going to go, let me wipe this up here. This right here, oh, what am I supposed to do? Oh, let me put a little milk. I forgot. A tablespoon of milk is going in here. I forgot all about that. Is it this one? No. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one. The tablespoon of milk was one over there. Forget it. I'll get it next time. This is a cup of milk in here along with that. tablespoon go over there in the other one when I'm mixing that together. Okay, so we're gonna take this here, put this in here just like this. Put it on around now. Make sure, turn it on around so we know how much more we need to put in there. Okay? All right. Put that on in there like this. Smooth it out really good. Okay? Smooth it out really good, because you're gonna know you got to save enough for the other one. Okay? You gotta save enough for the sweet potatoes. So we got this in there like that. Let me put me one more. One more. There we go. Now see, that's half. Okay? That's half. That's half in there. Okay? That's half. So I got this here together right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this here on back up in the refrigerator. I'm going to put it on back in the refrigerator while I get the other one ready. So I'm going to set this here on back up in the refrigerator while I get the other one ready to put on top of here. Got to make sure I get it spreaded right and spread it good. Okay. So this is going back in the refrigerator. Y'all see how much room is left here. And I done smoothed it out really good. Okay. So I'm going to shake it. And that means it's even. Okay. That shake it a little bit. See that? It's even. Okay. You see how much room I have left here? So I have enough for the sweet potatoes. I'm going to set this on back in the ice box while I work on the other. So now we got a lot left still. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. Okay. So now we're going to come and we're going to do the sweet potatoes. Okay, so now we have the sweet potatoes. So I have the sweet potatoes and I have me some milk here with ice. I just took it out the freezer with the ice up around it. So I'm going to take this, put the milk on in there, right here. That's 1 cup of milk. And this is a package of instant vanilla. And it is 6 servings, 6.5 servings. Okay, so I'm going to mix this here up in here. All right. And then we'll mix that up. Let me see, where's my mixer at? Use this. Okay, so I'm going to mix this on up till it starts getting thick. Because it's cold. So I'm going to stir this on up here till it starts getting thicker. And remember, the sweet potatoes that I did, they right here. Okay, so that's them right here. In those sweet potatoes, it turned out to be 6 tablespoons of sugar. 6 tablespoons of sugar. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I have stick of butter, room temperature butter. All right. I have 2 tablespoons of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of allspice. I have lemon zest. I have half of a teaspoon of lemon zest. I have a teaspoon of lemon extract and 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Now, when you're doing this here, I want you to taste it. I want you to see what's what. All right, now look. This has gotten like this. Okay, this is the instant pudding. And then it's like this here. Now, this right here is supposed to be called for 3 cups of sweet potatoes. Okay? 3 cups of sweet potatoes. That's what it's supposed to be. All right? Because we're going to let this here form. And we're going to let this here become a pudding. And it's going to get thicker on top. Okay? I got to make sure I stir it all up in here. Okay? So I have this already mixed all up in here. Stirred it all at the bottom. Make sure you get it all from the bottom and things. So now I'm going to bring my and I have to tell y'all, I made a mistake. I just want y'all to know, I really did make a blooper. I put a cup of milk, that cold milk. I put a cup of that cold milk in here when it was only supposed to be 1 tablespoon of milk that's going in there. You seen what I did. Y'all seen me put that whole cup of milk in there like it was about nothing, and I did it. That was a mistake. But you know, everything comes out good from mistakes. You know that? Everything comes out good from mistakes. I don't care what nobody say. You make a mistake, you don't know what can happen from it when you cook it. It might turn out and it might be the best thing in the world. You never can tell and you never know. But I noticed when I touched it, it still formed up. Okay? Each one of those boxes are different. None of them are the same. Okay? So that's what y'all have to realize. None of them the same. I made all of them different. Okay. So I have this here, spread it out here, just like this. All right? Just like this. Okay, so I notice we have some of that left. Okay, so this is going in the refrigerator. All right, and I'm going to let this here, this is it. I'm going to let it sit in the refrigerator, okay? So I have some little ones here, these little bowls here. So this is what I decided I'm going to do. All right, I have me some butter here. Let me start mixing my butter up in there. Make me a crust out of this. Okay? This is wafers, vanilla wafers. So I'm going to make me a crust out of this. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit up here, make me a crust out of here, and then form it up in there. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. Do me a little crust here, form it up in there, and make my own crust. This is how I tell y'all that y'all can do your own little thing here. When you can make your own crust, do whatever you want to with it. But I'm getting ready to make my own, put it in there, form it up, and use the rest of the stuff I have. I think that's gonna form good. Let me see here. I want to make sure it stays when I put it in there. Put just a little bit more butter. So it's almost taking almost a whole stick of butter. And I use about half a bag of vanilla wafers that I had left. I use that. That's what I use because I wanted to make my own. So this was about a half a bag. So if you use a whole bag, use two sticks of butter in there. And I melted my butter up some and everything. So this is how it turns out, like this. So you know it's gonna form. See how when I do it like this here, it stays in place. Okay, so I'm gonna take me this little bowl right here. You can take and make your own. And you're gonna take it and form it up around in there. Put it at the bottom. Form it on up around in there. Because you're gonna make your own little thing here. This is something, you know, you can sit up there and make, and everybody eat their own little sweet potato cheesecake, cheese pie. I don't know why I want to call it cake. But you can make your own. Form it on up in there. Make it as thick as you want the crust to be. It's up to you. This is as thick as you want it to be yourself. However, how much of crust you want to do that. And just form it up in there, just like this. This is where you come up with your talent that you have, that you want to use on everybody. Okay, got that one like that. Now let me do another one, because I got to see how much this here is going to spread out here with me doing this here. And how thick I want my crust to be up in there. It's up to you, okay? I just came up with this here. And everything is by what you like, what you want. This just hit my mind right here, y'all. Tell you just like that. It just hit my mind. Because I hadn't thought about it. So, if I don't think about it, then I'm going to do it. I thought of this here and I say, heck, I can do that there with the rest of the stuff I have left. Make my own little crust. But I made it out of vanilla wafers because I didn't have no graham crackers. Okay? And since I didn't have no graham crackers, I had to make my own up. Okay? All right, so I'm back. So this is how this turns out when you make it in these little bowls, okay? And this is something cute if you're having lunching with someone and you want to have something different and unique, and for your little lunching tea parties or something like that. You take it, you do it like this. You do half and half. Spread it on around in there. Just like this. Okay, you make sure that what we're making today, it belongs in the refrigerator. Okay? It does go in the refrigerator. So long as you know that. It does go in the refrigerator. Now, after we get this here, you smooth it out really good. Make sure it's smoothed out really nice and things. Okay, so we have that like that. Then we're going to take it and we're going to top it with the sweet potatoes. Okay? And these are like little cupcakes. So this is cheesy sweet potato cupcakes. Okay? We're going to do it like this here. All right? You're going to top it just like this here. Top it all the way till you get it even, just like that. Okay? And make sure it's smooth. And get it smooth. All right? Do it just like this. And keep it smooth. So then I'm going to do one more. And then after, I'm going to do this one. And then I'll be back. And let's see how everything is going to turn out after it gets cold and I finish up here with it and things. Okay, half of everything goes in there. Then we're gonna do the sweet potatoes on top of there, so we make sure we got everything even up. Half of that. Remember how deep it is when you're doing your cheese, your cream cheese in there on it. You got to remember how deep everything is when you're doing this, okay? Just remember how it is. And remember to taste your sweet potatoes so it can have that good flavor like a sweet potato pie. That's what you want it to taste like. Sweet potato pie without the eggs. And then if you're going to make this here like this here, think about it. You want to cook it this way because you know, too, you can take and cook this way using the cooking stuff and do it that way and put it in the oven and let it bake. And then take and turn it over and turn it out. That's how you can do it. Turn it over, turn it out, and let them have something to eat on. But this way right here, this is a cold. This is something cold that we're doing right here. This is something that's supposed to be cold. Okay? So, let me feed y'all right now. I'll be back when all of this here is ready and we can try it out together. Okay, then. I have finished. Take a look at it. Okay, I finished. All right, it's already been cut because my family them had to taste it. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I made it, right? I put it in the freezer. You know how you get those Marie Callender cakes and everything, the pies that come from Marie Callender and they're in the freezer and stuff? Well, I put this in the freezer so it can speed up the process. That's what I did. And it did it, and it came out good. And my husband said he liked it. It's good. And it has a good taste to it. You taste it everywhere. Take that pie. Stick it in the freezer. Put the lid back over it that comes to it. Okay? Stick it in the freezer. Let it go ahead on freeze for about 3 hours, I'll say. Then take it and stick it in the refrigerator. Okay? That's so it can slowly thaw out a little bit. Okay? Now, this is the little one that I made right here. Okay? This is the one that I made right here in case you want to take it and give it to someone as something for them to eat at home and all like this here, you know, because this is good too. And it has the crust in it at the bottom and everything. See, this is how this one turned out. You can fix one of these and just stick it in an ice box. Fix that one and just stick it away in the ice box. You can come back and get it. Have your little side dessert for you and your husband or whatever. Present it to them or have it for the grandbabies them, because I'm telling you, them boogers out of school and they'll eat you out of house and home. I ain't lying. I see so many people in the grocery store, it'll eat you out of house and home. I'm serious. Eat you out of house and home. But this one right here, don't take this one and stick it in no freezer, because the cookie dough will get a little bit more harder. And you don't want that to get too hard. You want that to be easy where you can get to it. I like it. You can taste that vanilla wafer cookie in there. And if you want to take your little cinnamon and nutmeg and put in that vanilla wafer dough and stuff, you can do that to make it have like different little flavor and everything to it. You can do that to it. That's it. And I'll put it in there in the video. The recipe and everything in there, and I type it up across the screen. Now what I want y'all to do, I'm trying to get all my subscribers together. Tell you YouTube friends to go there, check out my channel. Okay? And I want everyone to hit subscribe and like. Tell them to hit subscribe and like. Because this year I want to get more subscribers. And I want to get more likes. And I'm going to keep on coming this year to present you all this different kind of stuff. And I'm thinking about, I might write me a cookbook. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about taking my stuff, putting it down, and writing it. And have different little segments on it. I've never done this before. I don't know what to do or where to start at. Or how to do it. But I'm going to figure it out. And I want everyone, hey, let's go on this journey together. Let's do this here together. Because I think a cookbook could be good right about now. Because I like weird stuff and I like different stuff. And I think I'm going to start sitting down and when I have time because I'm so darn busy. I think I'm going to sit down and just start doing a little bit at a time. And put my little spin on it and everything, okay? So let's go on this journey together and let's see what I can do for myself, okay? If anybody know what I need to do, hey, I need you. I need your help. I need for you to tell me what I need to do or how I need to do it. Because I'm new at this here. Just like when it was time for me to learn about the telephone. I wanted everyone to do everything for me. They told me to do the mess myself. Now, I can do it myself. Just like I had my daughter help me with the videos first. Now, I got to make these videos myself. I can do it. Okay? So what I want everyone to do, give someone a big hug. Tell them you love them. Don't take life for granted. Don't think you're the only one out here who's having problems. Because you're not. You're not. You know, you got a lot to be thankful for. First off, you're not living on the street. First off, you got a roof over your head. First off, you got a bed to sleep in. You understand? So don't ever think your life is bad. We're just going through things in life to be tested to see how strong we are. You got to make it through a test, okay? If you're on drugs, and you're trying to get off, you got to stay strong. You got to fight it. You got to change them people who you hang around somebody else different. Get a whole new life of people. Get someone and stay positive so you can have someone positive around you. No negativity. I don't like negative people around me because I like staying positive. If you have your mind set on something you want to do, do it. Don't be scared to do it. Just do it. And you'll make it, okay? All right? All I want to say to you now, bon appetit, baby. And have a beautiful one. Okay, you know what I forgot to tell y'all? This whipped cream. Look, put it on top of here like this. Look. Decorate it. Put you some whipped cream on it. I forgot to tell y'all that. Okay. Bye.